Okay. Hi, my name is Sarah, and my pronouns, I use she, her pronouns. I guess I should say that the caveat is I am Chinese American, but my parents are white. They're American. They were born here. And I was adopted from China. So when I use the term Chinese American, it's a bit different because the Chinese part is solely based on where I was born, but not due to really anything else. Being Chinese American means, to me personally, being someone who doesn't necessarily identify with both cultures, but identifies ethnically or racially with both. So I was born in China. I am Chinese, but I was then adopted at 7 months old to white parents from America. I didn't grow up with my birth culture. My parents went over to teach English at a university in Chengdu, and so I lived there from when I was 2 to 4.5. But I was put in school, which was kind of interesting, and not many adoptees get to experience being a kid in their home country. So I was taught a little bit of the language and taught how to eat and appreciate the food, how to use chopsticks, and how to interact with kids who looked like me. One summer, my family and I hosted a 16-year-old girl from China who wanted to come to the US with a group of classmates. They wanted to kind of live within the American culture and grow their English language abilities. So she stayed at our house for about 1.5 months. I took Mandarin in high school for 2 years. It was more of a culture class than anything. Thank you is xie xie. And I definitely got the tones wrong. And then, and goodbye is zaijian. You only scratch the surface of that language, as it takes many, many years to become even remotely intermediate. So we learned a lot about the holidays and some favorite myths and histories from China. I haven't visited as an adult. So when I was there as a young child, that was the last. So I guess I was there 24 years ago. When I was from the ages of 2 to 4.5, my parents and I lived in China, and they taught English at a university in Chengdu. And so then I went to preschool and then kindergarten in China. So I do sometimes think that I have memories from that experience, but yeah, all the memories that I have are either food related or I think can be conjured up through photographs. But I think they just come in the form of like looking at pictures and then thinking that I have that memory. But we were supposed to go, we were like thinking about going in 2020, and then obviously the pandemic happened. So this trip is on pause. My full name is Sarah Mingxi Hernan Reeves, and I think my last name kind of throws people off. I think people always picture a white person, but my parents are white, and I was adopted from China. But my middle name, Mingxi, is the name that my adoptive parents gave me to kind of connect me to my culture and my birth country. It's not really a real Chinese name. It just means bright hope, but it's basically just the characters for the moon and the sun. So I was born in the Jiangxi province in China, which is kind of in the like southeast corner of the country. And it's very close to Hong Kong. And I was adopted at 7 months old by my parents, who are originally from the US.